Hey guys, press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update from Pinkvilla.
That's one standard we have in SKF. You don't get launched till the time you don't have a body. So it's like you can do all these things later. First you need your six packs, and when you come with a six pack and a body, that's when you get a launch. First criteria. I think if I would be Salman bhai for a day, I'll go on a holiday. I would just take one day off and just not go to Panvel, and not just go to Panvel and all the meetings move to Panvel. I think I'll travel a little bit. I'll just relax for some time. First, when I entered the family, he was a brother-in-law, and when I started assisting him on films, he became a mentor. And now I think he is always, I consider him like my own elder brother or my mentor, who I can always go. Even till date, if there's anything, even small things, I'll just call him up and say, bhai, I need your advice on something. And I think we have a very nice relationship after, because it's not just about being family, but also being somebody who's taught me everything. So I think he knows me the best. He knows if I'm capable of doing something, I'm not. There have been times when he'll just say, listen, just go easy on a first film. If you get more chances, you'll get to do all this. So yeah, I think it's just developed with time. Well, I'm very excited, and I'm very nervous. I'm excited. I can't wait for the film to release and people to see what we have done. We worked very hard on this film, and the reason why it's Loveratri, because it's fun, it's entertaining, it's young, it has a very sweet love story, and I think it's one of those films that you could go to the theatre with everyone. You can take your whole family and enjoy it. It's been very nice. I was lucky enough to be on big projects as an assistant. I learned a lot. Initially, when I started shooting for Loveratri, it was a bit difficult because, it was like I'm so used to being behind the camera and, that, okay, fine, I have to go and act. I have to do this. So I'm still getting used to it. Sometimes I do feel like an assistant on set, and I do feel like an assistant most of the times. So I think I'm going to take some time. So honestly, to become an actor, I was training for about 4 years. I trained in acting, dance, diction. There's a lot of gymnastics, a lot of like gymming and everything that we do. But to get into the character of Sushrut, I purposely stayed away from the typical process of how you get into a character. Like, we find this is how Gujaratis are. I traveled to Gujarat. I went all the way to Gujarat. I really spent a lot of time with the people. I went to Ahmedabad. I went to Baroda. I quite understood how the young people of Baroda are, because the film is actually based in Baroda, and picked up all the what are the quirks of typical Barodian, and that's what the process I used. That I'm not an actor. That's one thing I've explored about myself, that I'm not an actor. See, initially it was a very small thought, like everybody thinks that, oh, I think I can be an actor. When I started assisting on films, I realized that I really love the whole idea of filmmaking, be it in acting or be it behind the camera, do whatever. So I think if I wouldn't have become an actor, I would have done something to do with films for sure. Then I decided, I wanted to do something, love story, because love story is something that, every actor wants to start with a love story, have that, that one dancing song and, one of those moments in a film. I tried my best that I get a film which is very real, which is very entertaining, but yet not typical Bollywood film. It has a little twist to it, something more interesting. And Loveratri came my way, and I'm not from Gujarat. So when I heard the script, I was very interested by the whole Garba and the whole festival of Navratri. So that's how I decided on Loveratri. I think everyone. One thing that I learned when I started assisting on films, and that was one thing that Salman bhai told me, was that learn from everyone. You do not need to only observe the lead actors, observe the character actors, observe every small detail of acting. And don't think of acting as, oh my God, I have to be like, how, there are books written on acting. Don't go by that. Just learn, let's observe. Every time somebody is acting, just observe them and just imagine. If I am doing this, I will do it like this. And slowly, you will be there, and you just have to be natural. See, one first advice that I have learned from him, actually he didn't tell me, he didn't give it to me. I realized that don't go to the gym when he's working out. Just run in a different direction. And every time he tells you, asks you which body part you're doing, ask him which body part he's doing and do the other thing. Don't do the same body part as him. You don't want to be training with Salman Khan for sure. So I think that's first advice that I understood, that you don't want to be in the gym when he's there. Over and above that, he's there were simple things that he teach you consistency. That's all about being consistent. It's about being healthy, and being healthy is not only about going to the gym and just picking up dumbbells. That's the biggest myth a lot of people have, that just about going to the gym. He said stretch a lot, do gymnastics, do a lot of functional. So it just makes you more agile. So I think one advice that I would really take from him, which is very important, is he really doesn't only spend a lot of time in the gym. He does a lot of different activities to keep himself fit. Well, I'll share an instance with you. I had done this one acting workshop, and first 3-4 days I was like, okay, I'm not able to understand what is going on. And I came back, and Aayush was about 8 to 9 months old. He wasn't talking, he was just reacting to things. And I just observed him, and I figured that he's able to communicate everything without saying anything. And that's about it. So he's actually helped me understand what acting is. But they've been very supportive. They've been very understanding, especially Arpita. She's like, I would give 1000% credit to her. More than Salman bhai, she's been there for me, and she's made me, be comfortable, and she would help me out, because for me all this was very new, being on set and understanding and acting and everything. She would help me out. She would teach me, and she would also be there. If there's something like emotionally, there are days when you don't really feel I'm doing good. She'll be there. Aayush, I would say, and I'm lucky to have him in my life. He is full of entertainment. He, every time he comes on set, it's like everybody would just take a break, because he has so much of energy in him, which translates to everyone. So I just feel that he's given me that drive, that work hard, because I want Aayush to be proud of his dad. When he sees me on screen, he should be very happy that his dad is doing a good job. Well, the film is almost ready, so we have actually gone through the rushes, and I've shown it to Salim uncle, I've shown it to Salman bhai, Sohail bhai. They have seen the film. Arpita's seen the film. The funny thing is, they all come out and said it's actually a very good film. Like, we didn't expect this out of you, which is very, which helps me. It motivates me also. I'm very confident about it if they are saying it. But the funny thing is that I was like, okay, so what were you expecting out of me? That is the question. If you come out of it's like, oh, you have actually done a good job. I was like, okay, so were you thinking I'm going to be bad at it? So I think that's one reaction I'm getting. Everybody's very happy with the film. Because even Abhiraj is a debutant director. So everybody was like, okay, fine, there'll be a lot of fine tuning that has to be done, but they're very happy with the product. They're happy with the music, they're happy with the performances, and they're very positive about it. See, I strongly believe that you should not remake anything. Because there's some classics, and I don't think so I am qualified to perform in any of the classics. But one of the films that I think is a very good film is Swades. I enjoyed that film a lot, and I don't think so I'll be able to remake it. I don't think so I can step into Shahrukh Bhai's shoes, but something like that I think I would like to attempt in my life. Thank you so much, Pinkvilla, for doing this interview with me, and the film is out on 5th October. Please go watch it, please. I request you. It's a nice film, you won't regret it. And if you like this video, please subscribe to Pinkvilla and like it also.